Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel for this Friday morning, afternoon or evening across the world where you may be at. And today I'm going to be talking about autism, independence, and the reason why I've recently chosen to travel more. So let's get into it. Autism and travel is something that I've always been quite passionate about, and knowing that my autism shouldn't limit me, shouldn't stop me from doing the everyday things that you neurotypical people do, like travelling to events, travelling for fun, concerts, music concerts, other different things that you guys may do. And a lot of people with autism and disability are often told we can't, or we shouldn't, or we're not able to, or we can't afford it. And that's not necessarily the case. Some of us, yes, may have a fear of travelling, or decide not that travelling is not practical for us, or we feel too worried and anxious to be able to do it or to go away from home. So I fully respect those of us that can't do it or choose not to do it. I'm not saying that they should be discounted or discriminated against or made to feel bad, because that's not what I'm saying. So please don't target people who are not able to travel or decide not to travel. But for me personally, as a high functioning autistic woman, I've chosen to travel to see more of the UK where I live, and to seek more fun of the UK. And there is a local coach company called Galloway Coach Travel that do day trips, and this is my starting point with regards to me travelling elsewhere in the UK and seeing West End shows and TV sets in the UK that I'm passionate about, TV programmes that I've watched since a very, very young child. And I've decided now is the time, at nearly 37 years old, that it is time for me to travel elsewhere and get to see bits of the UK that I've never seen, and bits of the world that I want to see more of, especially London, Birmingham, and recently I went to Manchester, which is the longest that I've been in the UK. It is a 5.5-hour trip there and a 5.5-hour trip back. And as someone with autism, obviously it took a lot of planning, scripting to make sure I knew where I was going, what time coach to get from the station, how I was getting there, how I was getting home, make sure all the arrangements on their side of things had been planned out. And for a person with autism like myself, it is extremely a time of anxiety, the unknown, the unpredictable, dealing with changes that you can't control, and having to put your life in the trust of qualified coach drivers who do this as a living every day, and learning that they are looking after you, that they are responsible for your health and well-being whilst in their care, whilst you are on their day trip and their process of things. And I just really enjoyed travelling, having the experience of learning when to get up and going to the coach station, waiting for my coach, making sure that I had my ticket with me, that I crossed my name off and be like, yep, you're here, and allowed me to find my seat and let me just experience being a coach passenger. I've never been on a coach on my own. I know you guys might think, oh my God, Gemma, you're only 37 years old, you've never been on a coach on your own. No, I haven't, because of my anxiety and my late diagnosis of autism. I've not really been a person to travel much or to travel very far. I have travelled to London on several occasions on my own to stay at my uncle's house, who used to live in London, but now he is back in Suffolk where I'm at. So I don't really get the chance to go to London unless I'm going for an event, an autism related event, disability related event, or a political event that I'm passionate about. Then I may well take the train and go up there for the day and make the most of it. But I've not been for London for quite a few years, so it's nice to be able to go back and travel there and see the sights a little bit and be able to experience it heading towards Christmas time, as it is now nearly the end of September. We're heading into October, which is the beginning of the autumn season here in the UK. So I want to talk about this as something that I'm passionate about. I love travelling. I've always loved to be able to go to different concerts and venues with my dad or with family and experience the fun and freedom that brings as an autistic woman. And I've learned to overcome some of my noise issues, but at the same point I am still highly anxious, I am still highly irritable, and it does take me a while to plan things and overcome things and sort things out to make sure that I know where I'm going and when. And hopefully, this has taught me that I can do anything that I put my mind to, and I'm able to do more than what I think I am, regardless of my autism diagnosis and my anxiety diagnosis that I have. I was diagnosed with anxiety at the age of 22. I was diagnosed with autism at the age of 24. So I've been living with a dual diagnosis for quite a while, and it takes a lot of energy for me to plan things, to make sure that I know where I'm going, to take how much money with me, to make sure I always have some way of looking after myself, and researching the place where I'm going, the event where I'm going, like the characters and how long the story or production is, how long the set tours are. I make sure I print out everything, so I have a form of an agenda, a plan in place to make sure that I know what I'm doing, and also taking my own snacks with me if I'm allowed to. I know some trips don't allow you to, but I've really enjoyed the process of getting to start to plan future trips. I've currently got 4 more, 2 more this year, I think, no, 3 more this year, and then 2 more next year, and I'm going to be planning them sporadically, so hopefully I'll be planning them every few months apart, and planning to travel a little bit further each time to say that I've done it and experienced it, and gone to somewhere that I've never been to before. I'm quite proud of myself that I've actually stepped out of my comfort zone, and that I've been able to prove to myself that I can do it regardless of my autism and anxiety, not letting it get in the way or dictate to me that I can or cannot do something. And I'm really passionate about travelling in the future. I'm looking forward to seeing more coach trips, being a really good coach passenger, and enjoying every different venue that I get to go to, and you're getting to see me vlog more at different places, and I'm really looking forward to the future of what it brings, and being able to prove that my independence is going to be more better for me, that my confidence is going to shoot up a little bit more, because I think at the moment my confidence is taking a bit of a bashing, but I'm trying my best to be as active and around with travelling as I can, and getting used to starting to plan these coach trips and bus trips, and I'm really proud of myself that I've done it. I've started planning it. I've took that step out of not staying at home as much, and yeah, it's something that I even with local events, I'm still anxious, planning how to travel there, planning how to travel back. I'm still anxious when it comes to going to local Elvis events or local concerts. I'm making sure that I've either got a taxi or bus available, or to find out what times things start and finish. At least I know I've got either side of the times how to get there and get home, and always bringing back a souvenir book with me or a program back with me, so I know what I've seen and how long it was and the cast that are involved and such. If I go to a local music event, same thing, bringing back the band sheet or the poster with the picture of the band and people's names on. So again, that helps me to remember where I've been and who I've spoken to, and the enjoyment of it. So yeah, I just want to talk about this. I think people with autism and disabilities or other neurodiversities should be encouraged to travel. I don't think we should restrict people as much, and I think we need to stop telling people they can't, or they can. It should be down to the person living with the condition or living with the disability. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed hearing this vlog, and please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. We'd really appreciate it, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.